Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel and the 106th coffee stream. And as I said in the title, all I can do is shake my head at the news because it's rather ridiculous today. But I hope everyone's having a great day, and I hope everyone had a good holiday. I'm pretty sure it was President's Day yesterday. So, like I said, I hope everyone had a great day yesterday. We had Family Day yesterday, so that was fun. We had just a bunch of just hanging out, and our friend came over, and we actually hadn't seen him since before Christmas, so we had a mini Christmas. So that was fun. So let's say hello to chat. Hi, Rolling Bear. Hi, WR Costin. Hi, RBA. Who else is here? Who else is here? Hi, Richo. Hi, Seamus. Hello, Duck Dog. Let's see. Better than no coffee. Oh, Seamus, are you coffeeless today? That sucks. I feel for you. I hate those days. Those days suck. I definitely feel your pain. Um, let's see. Hi, Golf City Johnny Blaze. He says, I'm drunk. Don't mind me. No judgies. um, so, although Gun Fox is at work today and can't catch the rage live, I do have some stories from him that are fairly rage inducing. I did have to leave a couple out, though, because I just didn't want to depress everybody. So let's see. Oh, Thoughts from the Dryer is here. I'm excited my annuity payment hit my account. Oh, nice. I just haven't made it yet. Oh, okay. I'm still nursing a hangover. Oh, God. What does Rolling Bear say? Everyday coffee pot turned on in the morning, turned off at bedtime. That's almost me. I try my best to stop drinking coffee at like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. I really do. I there are times where I'm like, I really want a cup of coffee, and it's like 7 o'clock at night. And I'm like, no, 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 stop, don't. um. So yeah, that's me. Hi, Sir Adamant. I ran out of money and haven't had a meal in 5 days. Fuck, man. That sucks. That really sucks. I'm glad that you are now able to eat. Um, that's important. Eating is important. Let's see. All right. So let's go over to the Twitter DMs where I have myself a bunch of news stories. There we go. Please like and share the stream if you haven't already, guys. Let's see here. All right. Let's see here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stories that I have sent to myself. So we'll go through those, and if there's still time at the end of that, then we will go to the Discord and look for more stuff. Vegan mother told by NatWest employee they should all be punched in the face. I figured we'd start with a funny one. Hi, Gulf City Ben. It's hard to cook with a paralyzed left arm and a crippled right hand. Yeah, I could imagine. A good weight loss. I just found out one of my clients has a Twitch thought or is a Twitch thought. That's really funny. Oh god, she has all the markers of a Twitch streamer thought. She even said I was bored, so I streamed on Twitch all weekend. She's one of those blondes. Oh lord. Tried to explain to her what the commentary community was, and she just looked at me like I had 5 heads. Oh god. That's just funny. That's really amusing. Oh god, it's one of these news sites with a fucking auction site trickling by. So NatWest, let's see. Sorry guys, this is gonna keep trying to read an auction fucking site. So I will try to get it to I will try and get it to just read the story without that stupid auctioneer thing going on. I don't know what the hell this is. Some British newspapers have these weird auction things going on in the background. And this is the Telegraph, so let's attempt to, as long as I'm reading it, it should, yeah, okay.
N has apologized after a mother was denied a loan during a phone call and after called link, revealing she was a vegan. told that they should all be punched in the face. The bank said it had suspended a male call handler who had worked. The bank said it had suspended a male call handler who had worked at one of its southern call centers for between 5 and 6 years. Lichtenstein, Roy. It has admitted the outburst took place and was wholly inappropriate. Figgis, Mike, Kate, the mother, who was applying for a loan of £400 for a nutrition course, said she was left shocked and upset when the man went on a bank's link rant about vegans. During her loan application on January 23, Sloan, she said she and her family had only turned vegan after her daughter suffered a cancer scare. I told him I was an active vegan and he proceeded to say that all vegans should be punched in the face. The woman who wants to remain anonymous told BBC Radio Bristol, Newt Truxton, Mary Weatherford Estate, to have.
I'm sorry.
I asked him what he meant by it and he said it was in regards to chalk activism, which is when activists draw pictures of animals and then write messages like friends not food on pavements. He said vegans were doing it where he lived in that 18 link. Vegans were forcing their beliefs onto him. The woman's application for a loan was turned down because the amount requested was too small. NatWest said 18 carat. The woman's application for a loan was turned down because the amount requested was too small. NatWest said, and had nothing to do with her being vegan. Jean L. However, it says it has launched an investigation into the complaint and offered the mother, who is understood to be middle-aged and from Bristol, the £400 for the course as well as £185 in compensation. The employee is being subjected to internal disciplinary procedures, it said. And we made the decision to and keep China link, become vegan. After my daughter was taken to see a cancer specialist and that was really scary, she added. So when someone turns around and says they want to punch vegans in the face, that is not just me they are targeting, it is my children as well. Chinese carve. If we had been talking about my religion, he wouldn't have made a comment like that. New study price. What end of complimentary? A NatWest spokesperson said, we are extremely sorry for the way the customer was treated by a member of our staff and apologize for any distress and upset that this behavior caused. Hermes price.
So
George,
I don't think that, okay, because I don't like vegans either. I really don't, I have to say. But if you're gonna be working in a, say, customer service area, or like, say, a bank or something like that, and you run across a vegan, you still have to serve them. And you have to do it without being a dick about it and like doing the exact thing that you claim vegans do to you, just the other way. Just saying. Let's see. What is the username for research? How is everyone? I should like my food cooled down before I put it in my mouth. Oh, did you burn yourself, dude? And I don't eat my children. Oh. Let's see. I refuse to like. Why don't you like my streams? No, I'm just kidding, Duck Dog. I'm just fucking with you. So that's that silly little story. Oh my god, what the fuck? My right sciatic nerve is driving me crazy today. It's really, really painful. Okay, let us move on to the next story. Killer zombie deer disease could spread to humans through meat. I wonder if they're talking about the chronic wasting disease. It's a blind girl. Hello, blind girl. Hi, Greg Rogers. How are you? All right. Chuck Talk is a curmudgeon. I'm awake for once. Um, let's see. A long story. Let's find the contents, shall we? Of course. Okay, come on. It's gotta be here somewhere. Oh, yep, here we go. Found it. Found it. I just had to be more patient. I know. More patient. That's not me. It's possible the number of cases will be substantial and not isolated and will not be isolated events. So I'm really thinking this might be the chronic wasting disease. Okay, here we go. This is important for people who eat deer meat.
People who eat, link, deer, link, meat, could be at risk of contracting a deadly infectious, link, disease that is spreading across the animal's U.S. populations, experts have warned. Chronic wasting disease, CWD, the zombie deer disease, has infected deer, elk, and moose across 24 American states and 2 Canadian provinces.
Yep, that's exactly what I thought it was, the chronic wasting disease.
The disease attacks tissues including the brain and spinal cord, causing dramatic weight loss, loss of coordination, listlessness, drooling, excessive thirst for urination, and intense aggression before the animal dies. Up to 15,000 infected animals are eaten each year, a number that could rise by 20% annually, according to Michael Osterholm, an expert in infectious disease from the University of Minnesota.
That's slightly terrifying.
It is probable that human cases of chronic wasting disease associated with consumption with contaminated meat will be documented in the years ahead, he said. Link. 400. Heading leveled. Show all 8 button. Warning at least 60% of wild coffee species face extinction triggered by climate change and disease. Image. Warning: Antarctic waters are speeding the rate at which glaciers are melting. Image. Greater Manchester to Banff. It's possible the number of human cases will be substantial and will not be isolated events, he told state lawmakers, USA Today. Link. Reported. Period. Mr. Osterholm compared the situation to link. Mad cow disease. In Britain, when 177 people died in the UK between 1986 and 2014. Complimentary.
Let's see. So he's comparing this to the mad cow disease outbreak in Britain. I'm wondering if he expects it to be the same or higher amounts. Because this chronic wasting disease is actually very, very scary, and it can spread. And it's shitty because like when you hunt a deer, you don't want to just hunt it for hunting its sake. You want to use the meat, like eat the meat and everything. But it's getting really worrisome about eating the deer meat now because you're like, well, shit. And then like if you're if you see somebody like a deer that's an obvious 4 provinces and it's mad cow for deer. The crossing the food barrier hasn't been, or is a theory, it hasn't been confirmed. Hi, Goatman. You know they can't fix one thing without breaking another. True. Very true.
Heading level 2. Link image. Link image.
I think that's the end of this article. Seems like it was just a quick little blurb. Let's check. Oh, no, there's still more here. Let's see.
A red deer farm near Ontario in Link, Canada, has had 11 confirmed cases.
Oh, shit.
CWD was seen in captive deer as far back as the late 1960s but was first spotted in the wild about 40 years ago. There have been no documented cases so far of humans contracting it, but recent research shows it can be transmitted to other animals, including primates, the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says.
So that's important. There have been no documented cases of it in humans yet, but the CDC seems to think that there's possibility for the disease to jump into primate animals. So that's not good.
Eating infected deer meat would be the most likely way for people to catch it, the centers say, but there are no certainties. Mr. Osterholm said, it's like a throw at the genetic roulette table. Complimentary. Michael Osterholm figure. If Michael Osterholm. End of. If you put this into a meat processing plant, this is kind of a worst case nightmare. Chronic wasting disease belongs to the same family of diseases, known as transmissible spongiform encephalopathies, as bovine spongiform encephalopathy. Link, BSE. Or, link, mad cow disease.
Yeah.
And variant Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. Link, BCJD. Frame. You are currently support free thinking journalism.
So I think that's finally the end of the article. So that is worrisome. That is definitely something to look out for. Yeah, it's a little more difficult than that blind press. The worst part of this is that these articles don't tell that this is due to captive deer. It's primarily from deer farming, but nobody will say that. Okay. Your grandfather and I get into conversations about this all the time, remember? Yes, that's true. I would rather hunt a deer with disease, keeping them from suffering, and keep the disease from spreading. Well, what would you do with all of the deer meat and the skin and everything? Like I see your point and I can agree with it in theory, right? But then what would you do with all of the diseased meat? Because you obviously can't eat it. So what would you do with the carcasses? Like how would you dispose of the diseased carcasses is what I'm trying to ask without causing waste. Because I do agree, like that would be a good way to keep the disease from spreading. But what would you do with the carcass that you basically can't use because it's diseased? Like I'm sure there are still parts of the carcass that you could use that wouldn't affect you. But let's see. It's like mange for deer, says Pincalo. And the only the one that it's like mange for deer. They just starve themselves. They don't eat. They don't get past the age of 5. And what's happening is without them culling the younger deer, they won't be able to control it because it's in the breeding bucks and in the juvenile population. If a deer gets over 5, it's not diseased. Okay. Burn it, says Seamus. I guess, yeah. Use them as coyote bait and then shoot the coyotes. Make deer steaks and what? Make deer steaks and send them to Trudeau. Oh, God. That's... Oh, my. Oh, my. That's amusing, actually, but... Okay. Let us move along to the next story. Okay. All right, next funny story. NYPD reviews threat by police commander against rapper 50 Cent. All right. Let's find the heading in here. Come on. This is by Amir Vera from CNN. Oh, Pincalo's home. I kept the door open because I thought he wouldn't be coming home. Okay. Can you close the door for me?
Yep. Hi, world. By the way, yeah, that article was kind of bullshit. There's the guy who actually is doing the full study on it. There was a Rogan podcast he did, and it was really, really informative.
I was going to ask you actually if that's.
It's the same thing. It's the thing that your grandpa and I were talking about.
Yeah.
And how he was like, it hasn't crossed the border. It hasn't crossed the border. Well, they just found 4 deer in a farm in western Quebec, just at our border, that are infected. So the other part that this thing says is it's acting like this is a wild, random thing. Mm-hmm. This is an occurrence because of farms, because of deer farming.
Yeah.
And it's been proven that it goes back to the deer farming. But they won't stop doing that. And now, because of the deer that have escaped and infected massive herds of thousands, they had to fly over certain sections that they couldn't access.
Yeah. And
literally, like with an M60, just sit there.
Wow.
And just leave the carcasses. Because the carcasses don't affect other, they found that they don't really affect other wildlife. This is why the whole food barrier crossing thing, it's not the exact same as mad cow, it's a variation of it.
Right.
And it's a mutated form of it. This is so, and the way it is, the like they said in the article, right? Like there have been no cases of this infecting people. It's a fear-mongering tactic. But then the activists come out and they say, "But we don't want you to kill the animals."
Yeah.
Well, that's part of the problem. Is you're not allowing that to happen. You have to cull the ones that are under 5, or else this stuff's just going to spread even worse than it was.
Yep.
And this is the main problem. And they need to stop if they stop the deer farming and allow hunters to do what they want to fucking do and hunt and sell the meat like, we're supposed to do, this wouldn't have been a problem. You guys want to talk, they want to talk factory farming? This is one of those results. If we allow the wild animals to stay wild and then shoot them, it's better for everybody. That's my 2 cents. And this shit's funny with 50 Cent. And there's a ninja asleep on the couch behind you.
Lettuce. Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. Here we go. Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. All right, here we go.
CNN, the New York Police Department is investigating allegations that a precinct commander threatened rapper and actor 50 Cent. NYPD Sergeant Jessica McCrory told CNN Sunday. Link. The New York Daily News reported Sunday that Deputy Inspector Emmanuel Gonzalez, who is commander of the city's 72nd precinct in Brooklyn, allegedly told officers to shoot 50 Cent on sight during a roll call in the station house. New York police did not confirm the date the alleged comment was made.
What the fuck? Why would you do that? I mean, I don't like the guy's music either, but why would you? Why? I don't understand. I really don't understand. Opinions on Montreal polluting the street. Hi, all you need. I don't know what you mean about, or what you're asking about thoughts from the dryer.
The Daily News reported the incident was not recorded and that Gonzalez tried to pass off the comment as a joke. The Indie Club rapper responded to the story Sunday on his social media accounts. You are currently on a text This is how I wake up this morning. This guy Emmanuel Gonzalez sick. He's a dirty cop abusing his power, 50 Cent said on Twitter. The sad part is this man still has a badge and a gun. I take this threat very seriously and I am sick, consulting with my legal counsel regarding my options moving forward.
Spoken like a guy who's been shot 9 times and brags about it. I'm sick. I'm so sick. I'm gonna go for my lawyers. I mean, yeah, it's a cop and he's doing the right thing by going for his legal team. But it's just the way that the way that tweet is worded does not sound the same as the tough guy persona that he seems to have built.
Link 1. Link image. Link.
Are we done?
This is how I wake up this emoji. Man shrugging. Medium skin. This guy Emmanuel Gonzalez is a dirty cop abusing you. I take this threat very link. Like 32 points. 32.
Oh, it's the Twitter thing.
Add a link. Time posted. Link. Keep in mind there are some good people working in law enforcement, like the officers that reported what he said to them. Emmanuel Gonzalez is gangster with a badge. You are
Emmanuel Gonzalez is gangsta with a badge. Okay.
link. Like 1000 link. Roy Richter, president of the NYPD Captains Endowment Association, called the allegations against Gonzalez completely false in a statement to CNN Sunday. It was 50 Cent who put the safety of the inspector and his family in jeopardy by publishing a threatening tweet that called for violence last year, Richter said, referring to a now deleted social media post that allegedly appeared to threaten a police officer. McCrory confirmed to CNN Sunday that the NYPD, on behalf of Gonzalez, filed a formal complaint against 50 Cent for aggravated harassment in May 2018 after the now deleted post.
Okay.
Representatives for the entertainer said he is taking the threat seriously. He is concerned that he was not previously advised of this threat by the NYPD and even more concerned that Gonzalez continues to carry a badge and a gun, the rapper's representative said in a statement.
Okay, but if you... Okay, so what the fuck? The NYPD is saying that this guy didn't say that at all, but that they themselves have a formal complaint against 50 Cent. So this is a fucking he said case between a self-proclaimed gangster rapper and a cop. Is that what I'm getting here? That seems pretty damn sad. Oh, hi, Cabbage Patch. From 50 Cent's Instagram post, the cop told his whole squad to shoot on sight. Okay, so this is just a weird freaking... This is just a weird story. Like, I still don't understand why the cop would say that. Like, why him? Like, and even if he had been harassing this cop, why would this captain openly tell his squad to shoot him on sight? Like, that just seems career ending to me, and it doesn't seem worth it. Like, why? I don't know. I'm thinking X to doubt here. I don't know what's going on. I've got a little bit of doubt on both sides here. I have a feeling something happened. I just don't quite know what.
CNN's Tony Marco, Augusta Anthony, and Mark Morales contributed to this.
Okay, that's the end of the story. They're just telling you who wrote it. Okay. All right. Oh my goodness, guys. Silly voice of mine. Mexican president will not confront church over sexual abuse allegations. This is one of the things that made me shake my head. This is from Reuters. Seems far-fetched, says RVA. Yeah. somebody somewhere is lying. I have a feeling that something's going to come out that one of the cops that reported their captain has a problem with their captain, and something tells me that there might have been an issue between 50 Cent and this captain. It may not have been as bad, but I have a feeling that we have a grudged subordinate that maybe made something up here. And then it got out. So that's my theory. Let the priests marry and have relations. Yes. Yes. And if the priests are gay, let them be gay. All right. Let's find the story here. All right. All right, here we go. Let's
90%
get through
loaded.
this here.
The Catholic Church has reeled from sexual abuse scandals in the United States, Chile, Australia, Germany, and a number of other countries in recent years. Mexico is home to the world's second largest Catholic community after Brazil. We don't want to confront the church, Lopez Obrador said at a regular news conference when asked about the role his administration would take in investigating sexual abuse allegations. Advertisement: if there's a legal process, we can't hide it. We're not going to be accomplices, he said, but we're not going to stoke the fire.
What do you mean stoke the fire? You're not going to call out people for harming minor children and people who are turning to the priesthood for help? You're not going to call out people abusing their power as priests to take advantage of vulnerable people? Seems rather cowardly to me.
Pope Francis will receive bishops of the Vatican this week to discuss worldwide revelations of sexual abuse in the Church, which have hurt the institution's credibility. Although he has repeatedly promised zero tolerance for priests who abuse children, critics demand further action. 90%.
As they should. Like, the one guy that's been defrocked recently, he's living in church housing right now. Also, when are they going to start defrocking other priests? Or is this guy just the only one? Because he's prominent. I think I know the answer to that question already.
Reporting by Dana Beth Solomon and Donna Isabel Martinez. Editing by Bernadette Baum. Our standards. Link.
That's the end of that story. That was a quick little story, but seriously, Mexico, get your shit together. This is ridiculous. All right. Sorry, I was just looking at chat to see if there was any more any more stuff. So here's another. This is a Florida woman story. This is about a JetBlue woman who got kicked off a flight to Vegas. I really want to watch this video, but I don't want to get fucked. Let's see. Okay, so there's no... I'm just listening to the video to see if there's any, if there's any news or anything. There's not. So I'm going to let it finish playing, and then I'm going to let you guys listen, because it's funny as fuck. She's like a teenager, this bitch. Okay, no, fuck this. This is ridiculous. I'll just read the story. Because all you're gonna hear is beeping. It's censored. Okay, so it describes the... It's got the content of the video. All right. Here we go.
A JetBlue female passenger shocked passengers when she went on a furious tirade leading to her being removed from a flight. The woman, identified as Valerie Gonzalez, 32, by Florida TV station CBS Miami, had boarded the flight to Las Vegas from Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport in Florida.
She's 32? Holy fuck. Okay, you know what? After this story is done, I want you guys to keep her age in mind, okay? Because I'm going to play you like 10 seconds of the video so you can hear her voice. Because she don't sound like no 32 that I've ever heard. Okay.
Link. On 14 USA. On 14 February when she allegedly became aggressive. She is heading left. On 14 February when she allegedly became aggressive. She is said to have initially become incensed when she found herself sitting next to a child on the plane. Gonzalez said she had been drinking and so didn't want to be sat there. I'm not sitting next to a F*** 3-year-old. I've been drinking all day, she said, according to CBS Miami.
I'm not sitting next to no fucking 3-year-old. I've been drinking all day. I suppose it's good that she doesn't want to be drunk next to a child. I guess. I don't.
Heading level 3. Related article. Link. The irate the irate passenger then moved to a different seat which had not been assigned to her. Gonzalez is believed to have subsequently found fault with the people in front of her. You are currently a Swift_0. In the video, she can be heard saying she called them old because they were, in her profanity-ridden diatribe.
Old because they were?
The footage shows her speaking on the phone to someone, saying loudly, I didn't do anything wrong. Apparently annoyed by people filming her, she appears to then spit on the person in front. Did she just spit on you? An alarmed woman can be heard saying, you are...
Wow. Wow. Oh, Florida. Oh, Florida.
Twitter. Share. Link. Gonzalez proceeds to get even angrier as she asks passengers repeatedly, what did I do? Yelling, if you want to make this viral, make it viral, at those filming. Flights JetBlue plane, flights, image, Twitter / Esther. As she gets her stuff together to leave, she says, my mom's going to be so proud of me tomorrow. I don't give a F***. I didn't do anything. I sat down in my seat.
I don't give a fuck. I just sat down.
Gonzalez then blows kisses to those filming the incident, crying out who's taping this. As others approach, she shouts, don't touch my S***. Don't
touch my shit.
A cabin crew member stands nearby speaking into her radio, as the woman collects her bags, sunglasses on and earphones in. As she leaves the plane, she cries, because I called someone old, I get kicked off a F*** King plane. Bye. Enjoy yourself in Vegas, babies. Vegas, baby, Vegas. I'll be there in an hour.
Oh, Lord.
According to CBS Miami, she was escorted off the plane by Broward Sheriff's deputy.
No, you're going to go to the drunk tank there,
The
lady.
site reported that her arrest report said Gonzalez then attempted to get back on the plane and hit a gate agent who blocked her path.
Yeah, you're going to the drunk tank.
Heading level 3. Link. Flights JetBlue plane passenger angry. Flights image. Another passenger reportedly claimed Gonzalez had sat next to her and hit her on the arm when she refused to switch seats. The 32-year-old was eventually arrested when she refused to walk or obey the officer's orders.
Wow.
She was placed in a wheelchair with her legs in restraints to prevent her from kicking anyone.
Jesus Christ. This is... Yeah, you're so 32, lady.
Gonzalez appeared in court on Friday and remained mostly silent, reported CBS Miami. She has been charged with battery. You are currently...
Okay, so... Okay, keep in mind, it says she's 32, right? I am going to very quickly play a few seconds of this video so you can hear her voice. Okay.
Press mute. Press button. Press Ancient Egypt. Select mute. 100%.
Where is...
Current 000.
I'm going to
You are currently on
refresh.
the text
I'm
line.
going to refresh this here. Oh, come on. Come on. All right, let's... Come on. All right. Because she sounds like a child. It's crazy. Okay.
Press mute button.
What did I do? Yo, someone make this viral. Don't make this viral, make it viral. What the did I do? I called someone old because they were? Alright, I'll get my bags.
Pressing.
She sounds like she's like 19. Fuck, man. That's craziness. Oh my god. Oh, Florida. How wow. Need to keep these common household bitches in place. Yep. Oh, hi, Jed. At least JetBlue is a speed. Oh, man. Sounds like a typical Latina. I have to say, it kind of does, yeah. Shit. Where did Pincalo go? All right. Okay, guys. We are having a bit of an issue here because I need to run to the washroom and I don't want dead air. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly mute and go see if Pincalo can quickly come and talk to you for a few minutes while I get another cup of coffee and run to the washroom. And we will go for the second hour. So I will be right back. Hopefully Pincalo is not in the washroom. I'll be right back. God damn, that was annoying. I'm so sorry, you guys. And Carlo couldn't, I couldn't, yeah. No, that was my fault. I'm really sorry about that, you guys. Let's carry on. See if we can pick up where we left off, because we had a good momentum going. That really fucking sucked. So how about them Dems? Oh god. Let's see. The Dems, I have to say something. I honestly think that they know that AOC is as stupid as she is, and I think that they are like they've got something. They can't possibly think that she's got what it takes to do anything, really. I don't possibly see them feasibly using her for anything. I really don't see how they could possibly think that she can do anything good for them. She's just insanely stupid. I don't understand. And I don't understand why, other than there's some sort of calculated something going on. I just AOC's district will be eliminated in the 2020 census. Yeah, that's true. That could be a thing that they do. She's as smart as my garden gnomes. Oh. Dead air is better than Gutenberg. Ooh. AOC ain't dumb. She's a grifter socialist, a smart manipulator. I don't know. You think she's a con artist, blind girl? That could be. That could be. I don't know. Hidden inside what looks like hidden inside what looks like an innocent dumb Greenville is a socialist. Is socialism. Oh, okay. That's true. That, you know what? Now that you've put it that way, I could see that. They are using her to bring back what? Oh, they're using her to bring back the more reasonable majority Democratic position is more reasonable. Yeah, that's true. I think she's running off the theory that she is Lisa Simpson. Yeah, Pincalo really thinks she's Lisa Simpson in real life. This is the same thing as when she became student president, says Pincalo. Or the episode where she actually did become president and was absolutely terrible at it. Let's see. She is proposing that government be able to enter your private home to be able to renovate, meaning your private property isn't yours. No, yeah. Government control of businesses and education. Yep. She's proposing some very ridiculous things. So let's carry on back with the news that I had. Let's see. Sorry about that. All right. Twitter. Let's reopen Twitter. All right. Opening up the messages again. All right. Okay, where were we here? Okay. Hard border in Ireland would trigger a return to violence, says report. Oh, that would not be a good thing. She is a distraction. Will you laugh at us? Or will you laugh at her? You miss what the rest of the Dems are doing. Yeah, that's a very good theory as well. Quite honestly, yeah. So pay no attention to that man behind the curtain type of deal. All right. Oh, blind press. Stop that. Okay. So this is a research report by UNESCO. Okay, here we go.
There will be a return to violence in link Northern Ireland. If there is any infrastructure installed on the border, an in-depth report on youth and peace in the region has concluded. The only issue is the scale of the violence, says the research conducted by 2 UNESCO chairmen. Link. The 377-page report notes that youth in Northern Ireland have not had to endure the violence of previous generations, but they still live in a post-conflict environment with residual issues such as levels of deprivation, covert ongoing paramilitary activity, and sporadic violence.
So, are we giving them the burden of their parents' victimization, or are they actually victims of ongoing? Like, I'm not familiar. I'm not very familiar with everything that's going on in Ireland. I know I've heard that back in the time of the IRA and the North versus South conflict, it was horrible. I could not speak to the way that it is now, but it sounds the way that this article is worded is that today's children are still victims of the same types of problems that their parents were. Because they're saying, today's generation of children and youth are not experiencing quite the same violence, but they're still experiencing violence. So are you just is this saying that these children don't have a chance if there's a hard border installed? Because that's a little bit bleak. I and a little bit racist, if you ask me. But hey, that's we'll see.
In as little as 6 weeks, it is possible that a hard border could materialize due to a no-deal Brexit, triggering a return to violence in Northern Ireland. Period. Complimentary. To heading level 2. Read more. And all indications are that without direct efforts to engage youth and citizens of all backgrounds, there will also be a return to violence in the event of rash border poll on the island of Ireland, says the report.
So why is nobody making the effort to what? How did they put it? Let's listen again.
And all indications are that without direct efforts to engage youth and citizens of all backgrounds, there will also be a return to violence in the event of rash border poll on the island of Ireland.
Okay. So, blind press, enough with the yawning. Okay, so if they do engage in direct efforts, or if they do have direct efforts to engage the youth and the citizens of all backgrounds, why is that not an option? Why do we have to shun the idea of a hard border instead of as they put it, making direct efforts to engage youth and citizens of all backgrounds? Other than the fact that it's a lot of work, why are they not doing that?
Link. Reuse this content. Link. Share on pin. Link. News. Link. Contribute. You are currently on a link inside of a dialog. To click this link, press Control Option Space to exit this group.
Gotten out of the story. Hold, please. There we go. Okay, here we go. Back to the actual content.
Its publication comes hours after. Link. Pipe bomb exploded in homes evacuated in South Armagh. 8 weeks. Link. After a car bomb went off in Derry. The report was compiled by Mark Bailey, a senator with Ireland's main opposition party, Fianna Fáil, with research conducted by Pat Dolan, the professor of leadership and community development at the Pennsylvania State University, and Mark Brennan, the director of the UNESCO Child and Family Research Centre of the National University of Ireland.
Okay, but why did those pipe and car bombs go off? Was it because of the border problem? Was it because of talk of a border? What caused those bombs? Are we assuming that this is due to the border crisis and Brexit?
They are co-founders of the Global Network of UNESCO Chairs on Children, Youth and Community. The report was commissioned amid fears that the conditions would be quickly set for a referendum on a united Ireland if any infrastructure was installed around the border regions.
Wait, what?
The report was commissioned amid fears that the conditions would be quickly set for a referendum on a united Ireland if any infrastructure was installed around the border regions.
So let me get this straight. This report was commissioned because people were afraid of voting on People were afraid that the possibility of voting for a united Ireland could be put on the table because of a hard border. But, okay, so referendum just means a vote. So why would you be afraid of that? Unless it would be an outcome that you didn't want. I mean, are you afraid that the outcome will cause the violence? Are you afraid the outcome that you don't want will cause the violence? I don't. Why would you be afraid of voting for a united Ireland? All right, see you later, Goat Man. I hope your kids do well at drop off for you. Have a good day as well, Costin. All right.
Daly said while there was no issue of a border poll being imminent, it was important to know what was at stake in the event there was one. You have to be prepared.
Okay, so there's no... Wait, so you're saying that there is no openly imminent issue of a border poll, but you have to be prepared. So you're fear-mongering. You're fear-mongering, and you're going, hey, older generation, do you remember how awful and horrible things were here? You want this for your kids? You better not. Wow, that's... Wow. That's very sad.
Link. Brexit is the perfect example. Link. Brexit is the perfect example of what happens when you are not prepared, he said.
Okay, but they were prepared. May just fucked it all up.
The report says the consequences of Brexit will be universally felt. The challenge for us all is to make sure the peace process is not jeopardized by a return to a hard border due to Brexit or a premature border poll, said Daly. The peace won by previous generations must not be jeopardized by the current generations, and that peace must be passed on intact for generations to come.
Yes, but not at the cost of becoming a vassal state to the European Union.
Heading level 2. We're heading level 2 as 2019 begins. We're asking readers to make a new... Please make a new year link. Hey, link.
So that's the end of that story. They were just trying to get money out of me with that. As 2019 begins, we are asking that readers contribute, blah, blah, blah. All right. Okay, so here's the story from yesterday that I was trying to read about the Florida student and the Pledge of Allegiance. It's a different, I think it's a different article. All right. All right, here we go. I can actually read the story today.
An 11-year-old student in Florida is facing charges after refusing to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and creating a disturbance in the classroom. Link. Police said. Period. Link. Florida law. The boy was arrested for causing a disruption and refusing repeated instructions from school staff and law enforcement, Polk County Public Schools spokesperson Kyle Kennedy said in a statement. He was not arrested for refusing to participate in the pledge, even though students had the right to do so by. Link. Florida law. You are correct.
Okay, so he wasn't arrested for not taking the pledge. He was arrested for being a little shithead, which is good.
And link. District policy. You are currently on a text element. The sixth grader from a Tampa suburb allegedly told his substitute teacher the flag is racist and the national anthem is offensive to black people.
Oh, fuck off. Look, it's the indoctrination process at work. Oh. It's the indoctrination process at work. How wonderful. That just drives me crazy.
Link. Bay News 9 reported, citing a statement the teacher gave the district. In response, the teacher said she asked the student why not go to another place to live if it was so bad here. She said he answered, they brought me here.
They brought me here. Who's they?
Start the day smarter. Link. The substitute, identified by district officials as Ana Alvarez, said, well, you can always go back because I came here from Cuba and the day I feel I'm not welcome here anymore, I would find another place to live.
Good teacher. Good teacher. Yay, teacher.
Alvarez said she called the office on February 4th because she did not want to keep dealing with him. According to her statement, an officer and a school administrator tried to calm the student, the Lakeland Police Department said in a Sunday night. Link. Press release. The administrator asked him to leave the classroom more than 20 times, police said, and the student allegedly made threats while being escorted to the office. You are related. Link more. Link. When India Snow player /1 billion. When India Landry was expelled for refusing to stand during the Pledge of Allegiance, her mom launched a legal battle against the Houston school, but the Texas Attorney General is fighting against her. USA. Police transported Police transported the Lawton Chili's Middle Academy student to the Juvenile Assessment Center and charged him with disrupting a school function and resisting an officer without violence, the Lakeland Police Department said. Officers would not arrest a student for not standing during the Pledge of Allegiance, Public Information Officer Gary Gross told USA Today on Sunday, but, in general, would arrest a student for screaming, yelling, and making threats. You are currently up.
Good.
Akira Talbot, the boy's mother, told Bay News 9 that she wants the charges dropped. She denied the arrest affidavit accusing her son of threatening to beat the teacher, the station reported.
Yeah, because she's the one who told her son that the flag was racist. I guarantee you.
She was wrong. She was way out of place, Talbot told Bay News 9. If she felt like there was an issue with my son not standing for the flag, she should have resolved that in a way different manner than she did.
Like what? She didn't hit him. She didn't curse at him. She didn't do it like, oh, you fucking lenient. This is the problem with parents today. Oh, not my kid. My kid was never in the wrong.
Alvarez no longer works as a substitute in the district, Kennedy said, adding that the teacher did not know students weren't required to participate in the pledge. The district will also review training for substitutes, Kennedy said. You are currently on a text that link. First Amendment rights prevent schools from requiring students to recite the pledge or salute the flag, the Supreme Court ruled in 1943.
Okay.
Dig deeper. You are currently on a text element. Link.
I think that's the end of that article. Let me just plug in my headphones and check so you don't hear the link. Yeah, that's the end of that story. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Okay. All right. So this next story I'm going to read, and the only reason I chose to include it is because the child is alive. I tend to try not to read horrible parent stories, but this child is still alive, so we will read about this awful mother. And then we will read the last story that I have saved up here, and then we will figure out where we are going from there. All right. So this is about a mother of the year who dumped her son in the forest with him taped inside a plastic bag. Come on, load. Thank you. Okay. So this is by Will Stewart and Haley Coyle from the Mirror. This was from yesterday. Okay. All right, here we go.
A mother taped her 6-year-old son inside a plastic bag and left him in a sub-zero forest overnight because he was rude to her, according to reports. Nadezhda Kulikova, 33, is being quizzed by cops after the lad was found near a major motorway. He was suffering from serious exposure with his head and arms taped inside the bag so tightly a knife was needed to hack him out.
Wow, Somebody needs to take her and hang her up by her toes. Her 2 big toes. Cult of Croesus charges. That seems a little bit too far. And then he says, never mind, screw this kid.
The boy, called Lev, told the man who rescued him 16 miles north of the Kremlin that his mother forced him into the bag because he had threatened to drown the family puppy that his mom loved more than him.
Whoa! Okay, this family is fucked up. So first of all, we have a kid who very sadly thinks that the mom loves him or loves the puppy more than him, which is awful. Then we have him threatening to kill the puppy, which is disturbing as hell because he's 6. Well, it's disturbing at any age, but still 6. And then we have the mother's response to tape him inside a garbage bag because that's how you deal with deviant behavior like that, with more deviant behavior. That's makes no sense to me. But whatever.
The truck driver named as Andre G said, I was on the highway when I saw a sack with legs.
Oh my god.
At first it wasn't clear that this was a child. I stopped the car and went back. I told him to stop walking and he yelled at me. The bag was covering his head and his both arms. A 6-year-old boy was taped inside a plastic bag by his mother and dumped in a rush of load. A 6-year-old and a compliment, heading level link. And it was taped so strongly that I couldn't undo it. I had to use a knife to cut the tape off. He added, there was no way he could have taken off the bag by himself.
What a piece of shit mom. Holy Christ.
The distraught child was walking on the snow-covered roadside and said he had been in the forest since the night before. His mother had not fed him all day before driving him to the forest at around 9 p.m., the child claimed. Footage shows an emergency ministry officer carrying the child into an ambulance at a BP filling station. Little Lev was rescued by a motorist. Image 1 loaded. Little Lev end of. His mother is now being questioned by police. Image 100.
Good.
Look, his mother end of. His compliment heading link. And she claimed to have alerted police. The mother told police that her son had escaped when they went for a walk in a park.
Yeah, okay.
She claimed to have alerted police at 5:30 a.m. after looking for him. But the man who saved him said, I put him in the car and we chatted about what happened on the way. He told me that his mommy did it. He said that he was rude to her. The BP petrol station north of the Kremlin where the boy was taken by the driver. Image 300 loading. The beep end of. The boy said I wanted to drown the doggy, but mom caught me and wanted me to drown.
Whoa! Okay. So that whole family's just fucked up. Jesus Christ, Gunfox, why do you send me these stories? I'm gonna, yeah. Cool. Goodbye, story. Goodbye. Goodbye, story. Thank you for your time. Yeah. Yeah, goodbye, story. Thank you for your time. I'm done. I am, yeah. I cannot read any more of that story. Let's see here. That was all the stories I had for you guys saved up. It's 11:26. Let's see. Let me see here. Let me think if there's anything I wanted to talk about. Great parenting skills, Mom. says Rolling Bear. But remember, the men aren't violent ones. Yeah, no shit, right? Men are just horrible, terrible people. Women can do no wrong. Let's see. Do we have anything else? Okay, hold on. Sorry, I had to cough, and I did not want to cough in your guys' ear. Because that would have hurt. Let's do some chat time, guys. Because my throat is very scratchy. And I don't have any more news saved up for you guys right now. A little bit of housekeeping before we do more chat reading. So tomorrow I'm going to be doing Wednesdays with Skep, obviously. We are only going to be able to be going until 11:20 tomorrow because I have a doctor's appointment at noon, and I'm being picked up around 11:30. So I've got to end things a bit early tomorrow as well. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know about that. And then hopefully Friday, I'm gonna get back in touch with him. But Irate Prostate was supposed to be my guest last week, but I was sick as a fucking dog. So hopefully we can reschedule that this week. Let's see. So now is your time, guys. If you've got anything you want to ask or anything you want to say or any theories you might have about what we read, any of the stories, or how are you guys liking the new screen reader voice? I really like her. She's very much better at enunciation and pronunciation. I really do. I like this new voice that I've switched to. Sorry for the dead air, guys. I'm just looking at chat, looking to see if you guys are saying anything. Well, since we don't seem to be having much stuff in chat. So, yeah. So I'm gonna end about just now, so 20 minutes early. Just my voice is starting to get rough again. I'm almost there, you guys. I'm almost back to normal. Today was much better. I'm getting back into the swing of things. I'm really sorry for that 5 minutes of dead air. I will work to improve on that. I really do appreciate you guys coming out and listening. I thank you so much to people like Gunfox, and Chadwick and all those guys that send in the news. They all sound the same to me, says Duck Dog. Well, I hope that they're intelligible for you there, Duck Dog. I am going to end it here. I hope everyone has a really good day and a really safe day. Be sure to tune in tomorrow morning for Wednesdays with Scap. And tomorrow night is also Minions of the Zoo night. So be sure to go and catch that over on the Minions of the Zoo channel. Skep Talk is hosting tomorrow night, and I will be joining him as always. So I hope everyone has a really good day. Thanks again for hanging out with me, and we will see you tomorrow. Have a great day, guys.